Welcome to Nate and Adam Talk, the show with tens of fans, and if you're one of them, then a big shout out to you. I'm Nate.
I'm Adam.
And on the show today, we have a very special edition. It's our Alpha Premium Special. So we actually have not one, but two guests. It's a special day. It's the first day for many things because we've got two guests, but we also have our first female on the podcast. Adam, are you excited?
I am excited and concerned. I was about to say excited and concerned at the same time. I made a new word.
I'm as excited as you are, mate. Let's make a new word. Yeah, and so Adam, do you want to introduce our guests?
Yeah, so today we have Stuart Bell, who is a member of our congregation and kind of has spearheaded this idea of running Alpha online in the congregation. We also have my own wife, Hannah Cree, on the podcast, who is going to be working alongside Stuart on the Alpha Online course that we'll be running from the start of May.
That kind of makes it seem like Stuart's the big boss and Hannah's just like his little helper. But it's not like that. They're both equal partners, I think.
Co-leading.
Yeah.
Hannah will do more.
I
don't know. Surely's proven himself to be able to do quite a bit so far.
You sound so surprised at that. It's unbelievable, and I'm sure everyone is right now. So we're super excited. We're going to get into Alpha, find out a little bit more about these guys in a wee bit. But obviously, we owe it to the fans to start off how we start off every podcast, and that is with impressing us with your dad jokes. So we'll maybe just do one each because there's more of us. But basically, we're gonna go round and. Hannah, you're just going to have to really just embody a father here and just try and get the funniest joke you can, but no pressure. So Adam, do you want to go first?
I'll go first, seeing as the last time I was part of this, I think I came last. So hopefully I can redeem myself. It was terrible, but I'm not ashamed. So I was talking to my daughter the other day and she screeched, "Dad, you haven't listened to one word I've said to you, have you?" I thought to myself, what a strange way to start a conversation. Oh, come on. Come on. This is every week.
Maybe it's your delivery. I don't know.
I don't know. I think I'm pretty funny day to day. It's this whole stage thing. It doesn't embody my humor.
You're more natural.
More spontaneous.
That's the one.
Yeah. All right, Stu, time to impress.
Right, straight from the internet. Ready? So, love a good knock-knock joke, don't you? So, knock-knock.
Who's there?
Turn up.
Turn up who?
Turn up the volume. I love this song. Thanks.
What? That's nothing to do with turnips at all. Anyway.
Turn up the volume.
What? That's not a joke.
It is.
That's just a saying. Turn up the volume.
Turn up from the volume.
Okay.
I'll give you 2 points for that. Stu, I like that.
Right. I've got an actual joke one. Okay. So if a child refuses to sleep during nap time, are they guilty of resisting arrest?
Doing my best not to laugh.
I'm loving this.
I know that's a cracker, so don't even.
Oh, that wasn't bad. I'll give you 2 points as well.
I'm definitely in the lead, Hannah. Time to win it.
Right, you ready?
Yeah.
So we all know where the Big Apple is, but does anybody know where the Minneapolis is?
What?
Where's that?
I don't even think I get.
Right. So we all. We all know where the Big Apple is, but does anybody know where Minneapolis?
I feel
I really don't know. I don't know which way this one swings here, because I thought Nathan was winning, and really you don't deserve to win, Hannah, because that was terrible, but it was hilarious at the same time.
Is.
I'm going to declare myself the winner of that round. So,
no good.
Sorry, it's rigged. It's almost as if I get to choose who wins. Okay, so thank you for that, guys. But you're really here not for your joke telling skills. Thankfully, you're here because an exciting new chapter is going to be starting in our church and in our community, and that is Alpha. So, Stu, tell us really what drove you to kind of approach the leadership about this. What kind of prompted this?
I think Alpha's always been a big part of my story. I love just that opportunity to explore and ask those big questions about faith. And so I seen it on a Facebook post that Alpha were trying to do online. And I suppose just at this time, the crazy times that we're in, I think there's just a real openness and people are asking big questions. And I think it would just be a really good opportunity for us to reach out into the community and try and engage those people who are asking those questions. And so I put it out to the leadership team to see if they would be up for it. And here we are. We're about to launch Alpha in a few weeks' time. So just excited about what God wants to do with it in our community. So that's kind of why we approached it.
Do me a favour there, Stu. Just unpack a little bit. What is it about your story that really hits home with Alpha for you?
So I'd been around Downshire for a number of years, probably about 5 years. I was probably doing everybody's head in. And then after the outreach, just when I was 16, they ran a youth Alpha. And sort of that was the first kind of the time I did follow up from outreach. And I just absolutely loved just that opportunity to go and ask those questions about faith. I suppose there hadn't been that kind of opportunity before. So I just loved that opportunity. And then also during those Alpha sessions, there was just opportunity to pray. The leaders would just come and pray over you and ask you how you're doing, and that real intentional time was just really important for me. And I suppose it just meant the world to be able to go and ask those questions. So, and then when we did Alpha recently as a church, I just found a really good opportunity just to build relationships with new people that I probably would have never done in our church beforehand. So it was just a really good opportunity to get to know people who I wouldn't necessarily get to know beforehand. So really good.
Great.
Anna, someone has never encountered Alpha before, no idea what to expect. Sum Alpha up for them in a couple of sentences.
Okay. Alpha is it provides a very informal setting, really open to anybody, regardless of your experience with church. And it's a non-judgmental setting where we can unpack what the Christian faith is and allow some time for a response and questions.
Awesome. And talk us through your experience of Alpha. What is it that really, makes it stand out for folk?
I think, for me, I was 21 when I became a Christian. I'd had friends who were Christian right through school, but always felt it wasn't for me. I always felt I wasn't really good enough for faith. I didn't think I fitted that bracket, but I think Alpha is something that invites people in and allows people to realize that they do fit, and that it's really that Christianity is open to everyone.
Awesome. Stu or Hannah, both of you, I guess, we're in a particular season now. It's weird. How necessary or how vital is it, at this time, just to provide a way to keep, or just to ask questions, to find out more? What is it about this time that maybe makes Alpha a little bit more poignant?
Do you want to go first, Stu, or?
Yeah, I suppose for me, like, at this time, we've got those big questions, we've never maybe had a chance to pause in life. Like, everything is just frantic and mad, and we're just busy doing day-to-day stuff. And maybe for me, like, I went to work on Monday, St. Paddy's Day was the next day, and then work was off. I couldn't do any more work. And, like, just in the blink of an eye, things changed. And I have a break, and I have a chance to spend time with family. But for me, it just changed so quickly. And so I think there's just a real opportunity at the minute. That's the situation for a lot of people. Maybe asking, what is this all about? What is the meaning of my life? People who are spending their whole life dedicated to work, and within a blink of an eye, it could change. People's health in a blink of an eye could change so quickly. I think people are asking those big questions, and so I think Alpha Online gives that space to ask those big questions. What's it all about? What's the meaning of life? So, especially for this time.
Yeah, I think there's a even deeper part of that too, in that before coronavirus sort of became the most important thing to everybody, we've come out of just a season of hearing a lot around mental health and suicides, a lot about people who are struggling to find purpose. And then we're all blessed to have our families and be trying to, grab onto some sort of routine in amongst this craziness. But, there's a lot of emptiness for people in this time. There's a lot of people who have been just spun into isolation with the feelings and the mental health issues that they already were dealing with. And, I guess the space, the isolation, the loneliness is where a lot of questions come around purpose. And really, I just see it as a real olive branch to when people are open to finding answers, to be able to reach out and arm and just introduce them to Jesus.
That's great. And on that note, obviously we're doing this very differently. Alpha Online is going to be a really new experience, not just for the people involved and the history of how the course was ran before, but also for you guys as leaders. And Stuart, maybe with you first, what are your expectations on how this is going to flow and run? What's your expectation what this is going to be like?
Well, that's a great question. It's going to be totally different. We've never done it before. Probably not the most online tacky savvy guy about. But I think in this day and age, people are online constantly. And I think when we were doing the Alpha Online training, the guy Johnny said, if you want to reach new people, you've got to try new things. And I think for us, there's people who will never come through the doors of a church. And even if we were running Alpha, they still might not come to the church to do Alpha. And I suppose now we have a chance to go where they are in their own homes and do it via the internet. And I think there's just a great opportunity. So we're expecting that God will move, and that God will bring the people that He wants us to interact with and do the course with. So I think we have no idea how many people are going to turn up. And I suppose we encourage the church members to get praying into it, to think about people who they know who are maybe on the fringes or maybe asking those big questions. Please invite them along, because we want more people to be involved in this course. So, but we're just handing over to God and saying, come and do what you want to do. But we're just excited by just the possibilities.
Yeah, and like you said, Alpha normally is a really welcoming kind of, like Hannah set out, I've been involved in leading a number of Alpha courses, and I think it normally is a really free space for people to come and really ask those big questions and get non-judgmental answers back. And I think, like you said, this is going to be a real opportunity for people who, even more of an opportunity than Alpha is by itself normally, for people who wouldn't even come to a church or come to a social event to tune into something. And that must be really exciting.
And I think people these days are craving something to tune into. And so people are tuning into quizzes and different things that are online these days. So I think if there's something that is maybe searching a wee bit deeper, I think people will definitely tune into that as well. So
yeah, it's gonna hit, like, I guess a few different things. Like, obviously there's a chance to ask questions at a point in time, but also it's a little bit of, like, contact and community and building up a wee bit of that. But I guess, for some people they'll be very keen for that. Other people will be freaking out about, even joining a Zoom chat. So Hannah, maybe talk us through what an average session looks like, so that there are no surprises and people aren't asked to, do anything intimidating.
Yeah, I think the first thing around Zoom is that Zoom in itself, the idea of walking into a church is daunting for anyone. The idea of dialing into a Zoom conversation of people you don't know could be daunting also. But, there's things about it in terms of, if you were unsure, there's your camera option. If you don't want to necessarily be on video, there's flexibility around that if there are particular anxieties. Definitely approach us. But I think, it's a really open setting for us to come in and I think what we were probably thinking in terms of Zoom, it's difficult to navigate who's speaking when as well. So the kind of structure will probably be that the majority of us will be muted on the conversation while one of us talks and presents and introduces to everyone and sort of sets the structure for the evening. We'll watch a short video and then we'll open some discussion towards the end, and all while encouraging you to have a hot cup of tea or coffee and a bun, which we would have been providing a lovely refreshment of some sort if we were in person. So there's no reason why that can't happen online.
Yeah, it's a lot cheaper for us as well, isn't it? Buy your own buns. Yeah. Awesome. Adam, you any other questions?
No, I just want to say, like, we're praying for you guys. We're really excited about this. I'm super excited. With everything the church has had to do and that I've been involved with, technology wise, it's been incredible to see how people have embraced the use of modern technology. Even people probably even know, but how we're recording this podcast right now is through Zoom. And the reality is, you hear the audio, but we're doing this pure video conversation. And I think one of the exciting things is how people realize they can interact with a church and a community in a new way. And it's not just limited to the walls of the church. This is, and Downshire stands for, community beyond the walls of that building. And it really, really excites me about who you guys are going to reach, the lives that are going to be touched, and minds that are going to be set free from thinking that just isn't true. And that really excites me. So I'm just praying for you guys. I'm super excited about where this is going to go, and even what this looks like in the future, even past pandemic and quarantine, what this can look like after, because there's a real opportunity for us not to just think this is for now. There's a real opportunity for this to be a continuation, over years and years and years, and to see how it touches lives is just super exciting. So yeah.
Yeah. So just plug again, Stu, Hannah, how people can get involved, when it's starting, just like the practicalities of it.
Okay. So again, I hope we've captured that this is a really unique opportunity for people to get involved with church, even when that might not have been an ordinary thing for you. For getting involved, the easiest way is to go onto our website, which is downshirechurch.co.uk/alpha, where you can fill out a very simple registration form, and then somebody will be in contact from the team.
Awesome. And when we're starting?
Monday the 4th of May, 8 p.m. Be there.
Yep.
And it's meeting Mondays?
Monday nights.
Monday nights. And how many weeks?
11.
Yep.
11 weeks.
Yeah.
Awesome. Brilliant. But you're not looking for massive commitment. You're just kind of asking people, come along to the first one, see if it's for you. If it is, come back. If it's not, don't worry. You're not asking people to commit to 11 weeks at the start.
No.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Come along.
Come and give it a go. And
That's it.
It's unforced and informal.
Brilliant. Thanks, guys. Well, this has been a bit of a shorter episode, but I think it's been good. Our Alpha special. I've been Nathan.
I've been Adam.
These have been our special guests. Hope you have a good week. Thanks.
Thanks, guys.